everywhere I've worked through my career, I used to write down in a composition book just thoughts and things that I saw, stories that I heard that I enjoyed, somebody that was successful and why were they successful, and someone I worked with that had failed and why had they failed. And so I had these journals and books that I kept for probably a good 10, 15 years. And I wrote down every story that I had. So each story had its own note card. For about a month, I just read the cards over and over again. And I started to go, there's some similarities here. And what I discovered was that the cards fell into 3 different categories. So that first category was that leaders that are successful really start with knowing who they are. They know what they do well, they know what they don't do well. If they don't do something well, they make sure they hire somebody that has that skill that they don't have. And the second part was those individuals, those leaders, really were good at their interpersonal skills. They knew how to communicate with people, and this isn't just always in a leadership role. This could be as a team member. The third part was now there's skills that you can learn and be taught to be a great leader. So there's numerous skills that I saw in these stories that fall into that category of what are the things that you've observed in leaders that made them successful. And so those competencies, those behaviors are things that I teach because I do believe that people can learn to be a great leader. And so it's important that you really have to know, again, who you are, how you project yourself, how you communicate, when you talk, when you don't talk, all those things, your behaviors, your facial expressions, all that. People need to understand how they present themselves. And you've got to be willing to make adjustments. Now you have a choice. Am I going to do something about that? Am I going to dive into that and understand that a little bit more? Am I going to understand that I've got to make an adjustment or I'm not going to be successful? The successful leaders understand that and they'll make those adjustments.